the age of 13, Osiel Gounod left home to study at the National Ballet School in Havana. Everything from accommodation to his dance shoes was paid for by the state. There's an elementary-level ballet school in each of Cuba's provinces where 9-year-olds with potential are given specialist instruction. The best are then sent to train here to become professional dancers.
Tuvimos una experiencia con Osiel muy bonita, porque Osiel se presentó a un concurso que nosotros tenemos en abril chiquitico, pequeñito. Me falta.
Ramona de Sa founded the National Ballet School back in 1962 and has been its director ever since. She remembers Osiel's determination when he first competed as a 12-year-old.
Con unos pies casi sin poderlos puntear porque estaba en un tercer año de ballet prácticamente, pero con un coraje escénico que a todos nos llamó la atención.
Today, of the 300 students enrolled here, they're roughly evenly divided between boys and girls. There's no shortage of girls all over the world who dream about becoming ballet stars and pressure their parents into letting them take dance classes. But it's not something that interests that many boys, except here in Cuba. But it wasn't always that way. In those early days, most of the parents felt the same way as Osiel's father did and had little interest in their boys becoming dancers.
Al inicio de la escuela, las primeras captaciones las hicimos en la casa cuna, una casa de beneficencia donde estaban los niños sin padre ni madre, donde nosotros fuimos, hicimos la captación. Esto fue también una idea de sus fundadores, porque los papás y la mamá veían el arte del ballet como un arte femenino.
Today's leading ballet dancers are amongst the island's most recognized and respected cultural elite. Ballet is seen as a serious profession where the most talented can earn a good living working abroad. One reason why it's not just the girls who now want to be dancers. Ramona de Sa is still a hands-on ballet mistress who's won international recognition for developing Cuba's classical dance teaching system. She has former pupils performing with ballet companies all over the world. One of her most famous pupils is Carlos Acosta, the internationally acclaimed star of London's Royal Ballet and one of the most famous dancers of his generation. He grew up in one of the rougher neighborhoods of Havana, and his truck driver father sent him to dance school to keep him out of trouble on the streets. Carlos Acosta eventually plans to return to Cuba and is in the process of raising some $10 million to convert a half-built, abandoned arts complex into a new dance academy and cultural center. We met at the site during one of his recent visits to Cuba. Carlos Acosta also maintains an interest in the new generation of Cuban dancers coming through, and Osiel Gounod is the one that stands out right now.
Oh, unbelievable. He is just great. Osiel is one of the best right now, and this is what it's all about. It's just the continuity, to create the continuity, and it's great that, you know, somebody like him and a black man, which is wonderful, you know, that we need more black people in, especially in ballet. And Osiel is a wonderful exception. And we need more black princes. We need more black princes.
Carlos Acosta has long been one of Osiel Gounod's heroes and role models. Now, the young dancer's dream is to one day follow in his footsteps and find fame and fortune abroad.
Mi sueño siempre ha sido ser, es decir, desde que empecé con este gusto por la danza, siempre ha sido ser un bailarín internacional, es decir, hacer una carrera internacional y primero ser reconocido en mi país, que bueno, todos estamos trabajando en base a eso y ya después, como dije, ser reconocido en otras partes del mundo.
And he's well on his way. Osiel Gounod has already performed lead roles with the Cuban National Ballet in New York, London and Beijing. The company hopes that by promoting him to the principal male dancer, they can tempt him to stay and mature his style here before moving on to new challenges overseas.
Our thanks to Michael Voss for that report from Havana. This past week, it was reported that 7 members of Cuba's National Ballet, 5 of them men, defected last month while on tour in Mexico. This is not the first time that the world-renowned ballet company has suffered from high-profile defections. While there is no exact count of the number of Cuban defectors each year, some estimates say it could be in the thousands, including ballet dancers, doctors, and athletes, who say they are lured overseas by the promise of greater economic opportunities, and in the case of dancers, more artistic freedom. That brings us to the conclusion of our broadcast this week. You can find us on the web at cctv-america.com and on Facebook at cctvamerica.com. Elaine Reyes will be back next week. Please join us then for another edition of America's Now.